Hi, welcome back to the Summer Rain channel. So super excited about today's video. I am going to show you how to make this lovely whipped green tea and mint body butter. So I absolutely love body butter in the winter. Since it doesn't contain any water, I like to use it after I take a shower. That way there's still a little bit of moisture left on my skin. Put this over top, seals it in, get all the oils on there. Really great for moisturizing. I wouldn't put it on my hands and then go like drive the car or something, because it is a little bit greasy, right? Because it is a body butter, not a lotion. But the butter that we use is mango butter, which makes this body butter less greasy than what some of them can be. Without further ado, let's just dive in and learn how to make our own body butter. So here's the 3 oils that we use in our whipped body butter. We have mango butter, which is a very light and silky butter. Unlike, think, coconut oil that's very greasy when you touch it, mango butter is less greasy, so you wind up with a less greasy body butter at the end. Then we have olive oil. I use olive oil in almost everything that I make. I just love it. And then jojoba oil. Now, jojoba oil is a little bit more pricey, but I think it's worth it. It's very good for dry skin. So if you had to, you could go ahead and just use more olive oil, but I do think it's worth it to get the jojoba oil. You're not using a whole lot, and it does bring some moisturization in there that you want in a whipped body butter. Go ahead and grab a heat-safe container, add your mango butter, olive oil, and your jojoba oil. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's pop this on a double boiler and melt it. So let's go over the container that I'm going to use. So I like to use this container, which I think is used more for soap, but I like it because it's plastic, so it's not going to break when I take it out of the freezer and then I start whipping the body butter. I also like it because it's quite deep, so if you're using a shallow bowl and you're trying to whip this, it's going to go everywhere. Your kitchen is going to have whipped body butter everywhere. Trust me, that's from experience. So you want to use something a little bit deeper, and it's also a quite small container, so I don't make a lot at a time. I tend to make what I'm going to use for one batch because I don't have a need for 20 batches. So if you're using something bigger, obviously you'd need a bigger container, but this is just what I like to use, and I want to say it was like $2 or $3 for the container. So I just pulled this off the double boiler. All the oils have melted. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pour it into this container. And then I'm going to pop this in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so I just pulled this out of the freezer, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but the outside is kind of hard, but the inside is still liquid. So what we want to do, I normally go around the container and just scrape it off the edge a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to whisk this. Now this is still not quite cold enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pop this back in the freezer, maybe another 5 to 7 minutes, and then we will whisk it again. And here are our cool down ingredients. We have green tea, so you can tell that we don't use very much, but it is an antioxidant. Then we have vitamin E. So a lot of people think vitamin E is used as a preservative when it's not. So we use this to slow down the process of oils going rancid. So it does help to extend the life of your body butter, but not as a preservative. Just it slows down the oxidization process in the oils that happen naturally. So it slows it down, but not a preservative. And then we have our fragrance oil. So the mint that I'm using is like a combination of spearmint and peppermint. Absolutely love it. So I left this in for about another 5 minutes just to let it harden up a little bit more. And we'll do the same thing, just scrape it off the edges. Oh. And we'll go ahead and whisk it. And this is more of what we're going for, nice, light, and fluffy. Now, what I'm going to do, you can kind of see that it didn't get all on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and mix everything up and then whisk it again. Before I whisk it, I'm going to go ahead and add our green tea. Our fragrance oil. And then I'm going to add our vitamin E. So the container that I store it in is like this. So then that way I have a dropper right there. Vitamin E is very thick and it's just like it's hard to have it in a different type of container and get it in there. So strongly recommend just a little container like this with the dropper attached for whenever you're using vitamin E. And we will go ahead and whisk this again. And every now and then you do have to come in with a spatula just to get some of the stuff off the edges. And now we can go ahead and pop this in our container. See how like light and fluffy that is? I love it. When I'm putting it in, I like to, when I'm first doing it, go through and just push it all into the cracks in the corners of the container so you don't wind up with air bubbles. And there is the whipped body butter. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy making your own whipped body butter. I know I absolutely love it. Game changer for me. Bye.